not Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mamas alone. Now we all for come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for Tanga one, inside Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. We'll bring information about alone. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. We'll bring information about alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs, tune in Komon-Tok.
Triple out, one night only. Oh yeah, Komon-Tok platform. Dine, dance, long celebrate. June 13, 2020, let's be there. A night of pure sensation. Get ready to groove, dine in style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance and platform show, where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance. On June 13th, step into the scene on Saint Central, where the moment becomes magic.
Yes. Famule, una welcome back to yet another very, very important segment when they come through the Komon-Tok platform. And just like any other day, we let it done with Komon-Tok them. I hope soon that they get to yourself loud and clear. We get to say loud and clear, not so. Just while we confirm, now we know if we are okay to go, if we are good to go. And then we start the ball rolling. No parking, no waiting, not so. Absolutely not a wait for nobody. Anyway, just want to get into the comment section before we start. Yeah. Just want to get some quick one. Is everything okay? Look like okay, thank you. Listen, it look like it's okay, you know. I'll put somebody which mine. So it look like it's okay. But anyway, on a more serious note. Anyway, Pangule, welcome back to of course another evening, another discussion, another Komon-Tok. We always there for come analyze and make sense of the things that they go on at the country. Well, one of the key things where probably a lot of people don't pay attention to throughout today, what we said broadcast, now the proposed constitution is very serious. And as soon as I see there are certain key conversation where they go on. One of the key conversation on electioneering, because that's not the key point. The one of the proposal we'll go for can look at several one rather just but the key one is extension of the current government in life if we end 2028. You know, they can say, but anyway, we'll kind of side it. We can also look at some of the key players what they say inside the same constitution where the chief minister inside the accused the PCC then said put something where more like for the register political parties that we know win election 2 times. We go put in there. We also see for quite some time Masala Samba, where people will not be there, yeah, you know, for quite some time, but it breaks silence and it be in truth media, and that's one key area we emphasize. We just want to take that minutes, you know, probably just 2 or 3 minutes, not just put by the conversation. And of course, we go also pay attention there was a video with a circulate to longer chance for bringing a camp APC, then go in IBC feds. Yeah, man, I think man, they don't go together. China, you know, the card. I don't know if in China they go make up, but for some reason, I think say you know certain things they not go well. Yeah, if you see blow there, hey, but anyway, we'll bring a camp, and we go also. Yes, we can also see again this now a viral video. Perhaps this is one of the well, I would say commentary where AYV don't do of recent time where I see people and share widely Ibian where they try for talk say you know it happens say IMF get for tell the Brio government for make them stop you know they control more or less the traveling because that's in itself, you know, we know say we don't people citizens are almost they're powerless. We don't talk to so but the point where they raise it takes IMF or advise the government on that for you know governments they consider that. So that particular commentary where they do it extremely it go viral. For quite some time, we at least, you know, of course, a lot of people they accuse AYV for say, and they, you know, for the government, but for letting come out is, you know, be so bold and so more or less, you know, speak truth to power. I think a lot of people appreciate them for that, and we go cut part of that. We plan for now. Well, as I say, we jam packed as always. If you're just joining for the first time, we want for this opportunity for welcoming with a different side. With a YouTube, with a Facebook, with a TikTok. But anyway, we get the good news and we don't reach 52,000. Think about it, 52,000 subscribers on our YouTube. Wow, 52,000. Yeah. You know, the reason we're excited because the finance say we viewership now the country Sierra Leone population at the internet generally is small. It's small. When you check for let's see, particularly on YouTube, not on Facebook, particularly on YouTube, very few accounts that they see and cost 50,000. Very few. And you know, if you check other countries and the Ghanaians and the Liberians and others, you know, this is something. I mean, and they blow. But again, a small, not so there. Well, as always, we jam packed. Well, we take short break, but can continue.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one. It's a Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place like home.
All right, yes, so family, we wait for, we don't forget Wadi Williams for joining on the program. I don't know, as always, you know, say, challenge Dana Salon. No, honestly, maybe we'll ever think about changing with software because for we now, even when we get, you know, I get this one of this, I would say, you know, the internet too, they use, you know, is super high, you know. So I still struggle sometimes, some cases. So not for talk about Sierra Leone. Perhaps that could be something we'll go explore, maybe change the software, try for out something where it would take a little bit of, you know, lesser, you know, speed. But anyway, we go start and then it's Wadi join we it will continue. We go continue from that. Just a gentle reminder, as always, we can say sharing is caring. Please consider that. especially we don't reach that peak later. You know, so on the far. But the 100,000 far or so, not dream, not so. But it's possible. We don't reach 52,000 on YouTube. Wow, that's massive. Anyway, please consider for go like the first, but if you do Facebook, go there, go like first for see they go there first, you go like a commodity about go like Facebook. You do Facebook, go there first, go like. Anyway, all right. Now, on a more serious note, the constitutional review is timely. The constitutional review is important. Plenty Sierra Leoneans across the aisle don't they call for one thing, then say we constitution give too much power to the president. Plenty people then say we constitution are outdated. Then say we constitution not they live with modern times. Plenty people I don't talk about that. And most of if you look at, I don't see people they criticize say the constitution enough. I don't say they no deal, but majority of Sierra Leonean then believe say the constitution is problematic and it need for go when they say review overall. From 1991 to now, not a long year, 34, 35 years and they go so. Now that's people in see, because we don't wait for so long. This particular constitution, we don't present an opportunity, the opportunity don't present itself based on previous recommendations, we not for joke with them. We for make sure say we do the best of your ability, or for make sure say we do with Sierra Leone with heart and pull politics aside and make sure say, because again, as always, we know for historically, this is not fact. Now two parties in the alternate government, the APC and the SLPP, and then the exchange. Where the Zulu and the Komon. So think about if you in our position. Think about forget about if you in at the current position as incumbent. Picture yourself if I dare in our position, how you want me to protect your freedom, your liberty. How you want me to protect your democracy? How you want me to protect good governance? How you want me to protect the general welfare of Sierra Leone? This will be the focus, whether you're the opposition or particularly the already incumbent. Let that advantage or that current dopamine, where that current opportunity, that current a privilege where you get as an incumbent, go over your head and think, say, I go do it forever. And that I go just push anything where I want and it will become like that. You never know how the table is turned. All right. Now, let me just pay attention. I don't do 4 minutes. Like I said, plenty of people are watching today. Some of them know watch it. We broadcast on live on YouTube as well as Facebook, live from Parliament. But we not get time for watch that 3 hours. We don't do that a favor. We don't take the most sensitive side for letting you listen. Let's see what in the Attorney General, the number one lawyer for the government, they say. But they can just now.
The constitutional amendments on elections and how we'll transition to the broader constitutional review after this. So please let's go to the first slide. So one, it is recommended that the Electoral Commission be renamed to National Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. We're all used to calling it NEC. And so it is proposed, not by government, it is proposed that we rename the Electoral Commission to the National Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. And then it is proposed that Section 32 be amended to provide for an inclusive search and nomination committee that will comprise persons from various walks of life, of course with women represented in line with the Gibi Act, but then to include the interreligious community, to include a legal practitioner, civil society, Labour Congress or Chamber of Commerce, a media practitioner, women's organization, and youth groups. And that the committee will make recommendations to the president. So the committee will vet candidates and then make recommendations to the president of persons who have met. for appointment to the commission or to become chairperson of the commission. And then the idea is that the president will select from that list of nominees submitted by this selection committee. So yes, these are proposals on the groups that will be represented. I'd like to say I've been very public about it, that yes, this proposal went through some amendments, and we'll be happy to speak about that. Again, it's not set in stone, it's the essence of these discussions, so we get something better.
Can you please just kindly slant the screen a bit so we can see properly? That will disadvantage some other people.
Thank you very much. Kev, for the last time I remember I'm chairing this meeting. Thank you.
Yeah, so this we propose will move will be a new provision in the Constitution for an inclusive search and nomination committee. Now, the current system, of course, we know is that the president appoints after consulting with the leaders of all registered political parties. But this has been a subject of debate. We welcome that debate. Political parties want to be represented instead of transitioning this to other bodies. There is concerns about how this will be constituted, whether the president appoints or whether the groups send their nominees. I think let's have those discussions. And this really lays out the mandate of the research committee to develop a job description, conduct a transparent selection process, and submit the shortlist to the president for appointment, and then the president appoints from that shortlist, which will go to Parliament. There's also a new provision that there should now be a requirement, professional and academic requirement for persons serving as Chief Electoral Commissioner to hold an advanced degree with 15 years of experience in electoral processes, public governance, law or policy. You are proven integrity, eligible for Parliament, not a minister, not a member of Parliament, public officer or over 65. And then, of course, same for the other commissioners, but to say to hold a degree, of course, all of these from recognized universities, accredited in Sierra Leone, and then for the other commissioners, 10 years experience in the various fields that we have mentioned, and of course, same format as I described in the previous slide. And then there'll be a transition.
Okay, all right, very well. So, family, like I say, now 3 hours long preliminary discussion we didn't get. We'll not get time for going now. I just want you to know the key highlights I want to take. Now, that puts for you some of the key highlights and back where you will see. One of the I know I'm going on the next side. The next, important whether they get for change to national ECSL to the commissioner. What's important that for let they able to deliver what's in Sierra Leone and they expect. Changing of the name not mean nothing to we. What's in matter to we that the credibility of the work itself. Now, the key part for select the commissioner where will lead the process when it comes to electionary. Now the country get for come from a committee. This committee go send names sent to the president will select. But one of the area where you want to look at, who are the selecting committee? That's not clarified. But this is a part of the proposal. But if you check what's in the type for say, yeah, I just mentioned 3 key things here. Among the most contentious proposal, lowering the presidential election threshold to 50% plus 1 with additional 25%. And for that'd be 11 in all the 16 districts where they get for put where they opt for calculate, say government plan even for create more districts, the Bandaguma and Bandajuma, one of get to be included. So one of the key things what people look at and say, and when the government say, look, you get for win not only the 50%, but you will also be able to get representation, meaning 25% among all of those key districts there. But the argument where they put say, now they go serve more democratic, and then they go serve more like you get the blessing of the people, not just by in the minds of many Sierra Leoneans. Because if we check, we don't use one key area. One of the key area they use when somebody don't vote as president, even when they take oath, they tell you say, in a president for all Sierra Leonean, regardless of the party tickets, where he the late Tijan Kaba, we win, we make the same statement. We see the former president Ernest Kuma, they make the same statement. We see even President Bio just come 2018, he make us say in a president for all Sierra Leoneans. So that idea for say they get more legitimacy by winning 25% in the other districts there, it not just makes sense to a lot of people there. But there's something that is a catch. There's a reason why they do so. Now, if you look at the other parts where contentious, the entrenched proportional representation, they want to make PR system permanent. This PR system will be permanent in we laws, therefore use them. Even though when you check, you do a thorough and transparent free fair survey, plenty of people begin to elect the first past the post because it's easy and people they don't understand that. And apart from being they don't understand that, when you look at the parliamentary implication of the PR system, it completely the disadvantaged communities. The arguments on another area from different media houses where parliamentarians and they raise concern, except for the ruling government, particularly the opposition, they say there are areas that will not get representation. They not get representation because in one committee, for example, Lumley, you go get 3 MPs. You can go on the other side, and then can go at the other side. They probably they get no representation. Again, the governments they argue to tell you say, well, when you be MP now for the whole country, this is just generic, and it not just makes sense. Why we for just deprive other people from holding governments accountable, all the elected political figures accountable? Because if they use the PR system, loyalty they rest to the party, not to the people. Let people understand this. Technically, this constitution, if you go through, then they take the power from the people, then give this power to political parties. And the people the way they represent those political parties, that's the end they go ask for symbol, then loyalty now rests to the political party and to the party stalwarts then, the big man then, the man then, the makers then, the one that way gets power for do, now then they pay obeisance to, because at the end of the day, now they matter. Now then go decide not to the people. So if we practice a genuine democracy, we not take power from the people. Now when they talk about changing the constitution, also we condemn or we criticize the previous, this current constitution, the 1991 constitution. We say it get a lot of problems, too much power on the executive, too much law, we give more power to the people. So if this is a genuine thing, why then propose for take the power from the people and give to politicians? I mean, think about that. Okay, now if you check again the other shift general election to November, so they want to push this general election, say now it will be fixed. This is something where plenty people on this platform, I don't call in other places, platform, they say, no, we get a fixed date, a fixed month or fixed date where we do election, like where America they do, that's fine. But the point here is, so people they do, these governments don't push on out to November. If this go old, it technically they extend the life of the presidency of Madabi. We'll go make 10 years and 8 months. There is somebody be telling me behind the scene. He say, SLVP, knock near the left by them. Knock near the left by them. If fly go up, now we say by they say knock near the left by them because if they succeed for past this particular one, you remember, they always tell you say, EBK do 11 years. If not, they remember most of the conversation. In fact, you know yourself in one of the discussion of the reason where President BOB they say it reduce former president to nothing. It's if one. I don't know if you get that clip. Let us remind people. I want to do that genealogy, so let people understand where they come from.
I will challenge any side, and I will show evidence say he handed all the utility, all the problems, all the degree, all the facilities where they have to this time and this time. And I want we get paramount children and have from the north. I beg when I try to talk to Anes. Big man, if you be big man. If you're not big man, if you're cheating and small boy, you're not going to be surprised. When another see me talk like this, but that's fair, they will not take him. We get 10 years, if 1 year, you do 11 years. One day we not lead protest now.
Okay, so now don't get her. This was one of the arguments where President Biobide point out, say, Dengi, in fact, he said, Agia, later, I said, the people in Gia 1 year, it's not 1 year. I think that'd be 6 months or 7 months, something like that, roughly. So, but most of the conversation when they come up from the SLPP, they say 11 years. So technically, it look like, say, this is a revenge if this go through. Would they get the point here? It look like, say, now revenge. But I want you listen to what in Samba Masala say.
Is happening, and we want for exactly understand waiting this amendment process debate, waiting do na election no more focus on. I mean, there are so many questions we need for be clarified, and that make even the government and parliament, they're not for rush this process. They're not for rush them at all, and because you are making a constitution for the people. Lamwan, I want for do this very clearly. I want for encourage, the leaders then for understand, say, in politics, there is something that you call legality, we border around the law, and there's an other that you call legitimacy. Legality na the law, waiting na the law, but not to all waiting legal, legitimate. Apartheid be legal, but people no accept them. No go make any law where people no accept. Make the law so that people go accept them. The law, you go make them fast, you pass them quick, you put them at the law books, but you make them for yourself. People would not identify with what you don't put. And then they bring problem in a democratic system. So there's a difference between legality and legitimacy. So when you push for laws, make sure say you carry the people, let them understand and let them know the purpose of which they make the law. Not make law because you feel say you sit on a vantage point and you want for strengthening that vantage point. As I don't say, we roles them fluid, and in the final analysis it will affect you. So citizens need for know, and citizens need for come on board and then get for participate actively for let it be a national constitution building process.
So let me can look at.
Okay, I go count this video again. I will continue for this. We will continue with Marcela Samba. This interview, very nice. Miss, we quite a lot of time people know this here at the media, so don't begin come back and can learn in voice. One of the key things where talk, he make a whole lot of sense, because most of the arguments where the governments they put, they talk about law abiding, when they go by the law, now so the constitution say it's true. And I'm glad when he make the distinction between legality and legitimacy. Not to say something because a law, it ain't inside the constitution, it will become legitimate. Just like the argument after the election, the ACSL boss, Mohamed Kone, and others, and tell you, say, then go by the law, then go by what the constitution say. But yes, but the people are not acceptors. So that's the stark difference between legality and legitimacy. Of course, slavery was the law in this country, and part of America and Europe. It's a law for let you own another person. Yeah, it's a law. It's okay. Nobody they challenge that. But people are not acceptor, even though not law. So what in government want to do? They want put this in the law. They want put this as a law. So in the event that they successfully gain any advantage for win the election, for example, then go tell you say now so the law say. Then go tell you say not to win. Now so the constitution say. Then go quote law. But again, I start by telling you say we don't wait for decades for now we change this constitution. One of the key things where Marcela say that we get for what's not the rush. Why? And this we don't talk about many times. There's no reason why we for begin the rush or pass things where just because we know say go advantage we. If are then at the position of government, I for the think like an opposition. Now, so if I then at the opposition, if I get the opportunity for be among those, all of those recommendations are to think outside because, like we always say, power not so forever. You go there today, tomorrow, another set of people in the camp. The 1965 Public Order Act, where APC used against SLPP, according to many accusations, because now the SLPP said we don't lay that foundation there. The one party states where we can inherit, where APC misuse public funds. We as Sierra Leoneans, we suffer so much. Now, the point where they try for Tokyo is you don't create the laws there, or then laws there they come back and haunt you. Because Albert Magan, we don't technically set up all of this, and this is not fact, it's not something they make for let the country like he push her into one party state where unfortunately when he lost the election in contender when Saka Stephen they end up for implement most of it in a way in the book. So it's how he can disadvantage when you decide for do things in bad faith. So this is just a caution. Now, like I said, I bring Khan Masala back into this one. But let's listen first to what's in the chief minister therefore say where he blasts the APC about the proposal. What they can.
You know, bill or amendment of the constitution we presently then the plan for go to parliament. I don't know if they don't reach with and they get a clause we say for the register small political party them or party where maybe 2 term is standing able to win anything. You are aware of that or now I see them put them together?
But APC insists say before the register party then we no win. We refuse, then say no, because they get for good parliament. Section 35, I think, of the Constitution speak explicitly about political parties. It say the goal of a political party now for inform citizens about development, now for not so for win election. So if you believe in democracy, you not go say for pool party then we small or we not the win election. And APC puts this because they feel say all the other smaller political parties not important. They not believe in inclusive government. They not believe in because of that I mean. I go assure you say with him, fet say no that for the APC insists say that you know
No. This allegation big because now I consider at this meeting and now. The APC not in at the studio, but as I mentioned earlier, we producer don't they try for gets the chief negotiator for the APC, who not able to get them for come talk on the party in behalf for say cutting the way they happen at the recommend na the tripartite steering committee. You there as the chairperson say. Now the APC propose say them for the registered political party them we don't come with a mixed feeling na the public sphere. Would that in particular that the APC come up with this idea and how unite or divided the APC being there on this as you say?
APC being united on this. We'll not go give to another name person wake out and because now APC. If na lie the lie, may APC pull press release the chief minister the lie. So let them propose.
You get record or you get evidence?
No, you know, because now conversation. Now I know they give say now this person I say this, but I can tell you say if APC they talk naturally when they pull press release say their APC they not agree with that proposal there.
Okay, so this now from the government side, the chief minister boldly say the APC they suggest or they propose say that for the registered political party, but I know who side this thing. You see, there's one thing we always say. The parable of the shepherd. I'm sure plenty of we don't listen also. Crying wolf, the shepherd boy. As always, if I follow we go into those small, then small memory, then they'll just connect. What's the time for say is this now bold accusation saying that APC now propose this idea. But this idea in itself is dangerous because if you say a political party, if they lost election 2 times, if for the register that if for pull away, it don't defeats the purpose of democracy. And indeed, what you say is right. the essence of a political party is not for win election. No, far from that. Yes, that could be a goal, but for them, for help continue, for be part of governance, help sensitize, help all governments accountable, and also serve as an engine or as a vehicle for change. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of characteristics of a political party. So if this law, I hope they're not going to take it serious, because it not just makes sense or make them say, if you party lost 2 terms, then they deregister you. Although, and another way you go look at some of the arguments of people, you get some small political party where they come inside the picture just for can this dirty water, not just put on dirty water. Like for example, Coca and Appa, we see the man, then basically they ask for 1 bag rice. I don't know if we get that clip, Lelo, just remind you, because they don't say, like you say, the internet, they give receipts. I hope so we will get them. All right, okay, before, okay, I go make sure so we counter. I go send message when encounter. I just want to get down one of the arguments for where people they say don't need a small party than they. But again, this is a democracy. We're not going for disadvantage other people. Now, we just push this one aside. All right, we will come back on the chief minister, better one. All this info that waiting Marcella get for say on this one, but they can't just now.
Now that in all of this, if somebody be there listen me, I say we want for change this constitution because the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report say this 1991 constitution not strong enough for carry with democracy. The second one, the tripartite meet after 2023, they say a lot of things they go wrong with elections. Let we do electoral reform. So when the approach to the methodology towards this is, when you hold these documents, you read them, it say appoint a search and nomination committee that say it will be appointed by the president. What's have been the problem with this particular provision for address? The provision for address waiting and call over concentration of executive powers.
That giving the president too much powers.
Supreme executive authority. But
Interesting how
we have our hegemonies.
Almost everything and
we get a lot of political power concentrated in our hand, and that one taking affects democracy. And so, if not that problem they would try for solve, then in the proposed amendments not solve nothing. It restates the problem back. Because it say the search and nomination committee, right, go there, but now the president will appoint them back.
So that is a good thing. We already say sometimes I don't know how they arrive on that. Conversation good. And one of the things where we must commend government, and I hope this particular, this particular effort that they do, a genuine effort. I hope send a genuine effort for consult the people and let it in transparent, because certain thing, you go face maybe now you smart, you go face bamba now you get power, you go face bamba now you sabi manipulate, but they come back and own you times 10. The idea, just this particular search committee, again, we be asked a question, who do they appoint them people here? And even if you don't know that they appoint them, you get to come back to the president. The list that they get, now you get for select. So what does that mean in the sense? What does that mean? Nothing will change. One of the key things we need to suggest, and where a lot of people perhaps and will agree with, now that if it be a separate body, people have for vote for this person. The people have for votes. This is my opinion. Now, my opinion. Then they ask for my input. Now, my opinion. This particularly this side, or appoints the ECSN boss if it be under election, therefore vote for her. Because by giving the president that same power, what would they talk say, forget, it not just make any sense. But anyway, listen this part again, just 2 minutes from this conversation, we continue as we get more.
The composition is all fine, right? But the problem with this particular provision for solving, not solve them.
That so, for take the power away from the president.
Yes. and for diffuse them. For make sure say not to one man no more take this. It's a very central decision. Imagine somebody we get for lead how we all vote them for choose a leader therefore be decided. So we no one left that responsibility then one person and so for diffuse the power. And so whatever we get for do, it get for be in that light. And so that is why, for example, in as much as this particular recommendation comes from the constitutional review, you know, so the constitutional review from the Cowan report was highly consultative. That one did nobody know the distinct term. So it was actually recommendation 810 and the tripartite self recommend and a recommendation 36. But the problem is that in as much as the recommendation be put forward, then take them back. Then give them, then take them back. And so that particular
Okay, all right. So as I say, that's the thing where I feel say if genity, when you look at genity now. Now I want to go back into the area of this small political party. I mean, they decided to count one clip about Apadem, and you go judge the reason as to why some people in the argue say we don't need a small political party because they're not just they add value. Listen, this one, the late man.
Come in and quick begin engagement soon. You understand? And I will tell you for free, my brother, no government not succeed without smaller parties. No government not succeed without smaller parties. If today the thing is very easy for una delegate today, not because of una very support of APA. APC if them for don't drag SMPP in all the different, you understand? Because one or another talk man this diplomacy una they play, it affects una. We see the August 10th insurrection. Now when we come out as an association, condemn the thing, you understand? See whatever and call names. You get me? Even this PR system, had it been APA, it should have been very, very difficult for SLPP. It should have been very, very, very difficult. You understand? But it never reflects. But the party, you know, get people like Unakai, where you able to proceed. In fact, now we are now value than even the SLPP people. And now we are very close to election. Making on the focus level, strategy we use it very, very, very good. Now you don't need SLPP. You need opponents. You need political parties. You need waiting for. You understand? So that the right approach you take, so the right movement. But waiting you see, you said it all. Trust me, my brother. Even for a month, we don't get a promise where they see every month. If now one back send them, they give them leaders and then they can't go now. See the support. Some of we work them and we think that we man them and they point finger but we say, well, they kill ourselves no more.
Shame now we in civil society, they won't have parliament, they won't take sides. Shameful. Shameful. Women them have to take sides against the PR system. Wait down for better woman. Shame. Anyway. So if I can stop there.
Probably sometime now that the time we reach political bring a strong liaison, we be able to let the bar know some of the activity and bridge the gap between the bar and because for State House, I don't say they all look to SFP, but some then they really if you look the action, you run down if you didn't have 2 years because if you now me na PLP, I didn't governance. All where they look around me, waiting to make us succeed. Forget about SFP members. They already on my own day. We are there outside. Because if they come and say power win, who are them? The international government look the other parties and who they majority. If you never say everything fair and fair, we endorse. That's it. So that simple. Declaration day, the very important part they will vote.
Okay, so Fambul, I'm sure we all know this story high and not so. We see how this story end now that APA the end of Fogona government side, and indeed them pull the press release and just like what it and say this leak audio for say one clearly. This you're not supposed to be only a political party go secretly, go undermine democracy. Even if they rig the election, or even if they announce the election saying that the power win, we not a challenger. We just go pull a press release and endorse. That's it. Because then a political party, now they get the point here. I don't how regular people understand. Anybody would say they for the register, then perhaps from this angle, I know they have for can defend APC, and they make clear discussion for you add per your sense. This I make them say the internet gets receipts. When you buy something, when you talk, now receipts, they give receipts. These are the receipts. This man, Appa, the former chairman, when a late man, and I make them always say, hey God, I want a man, hey God, hey God. Not to Appa with the talk, but not to cook out the talk, but so in a derogatory way. This is I need to talk about legacy. I need to talk about which they left now this world. And you want me to talk about you. Coca. Now they talk about so Coca. See, legacy left. So these generations them get for continue for talk about Appa forever. So the point is, them small political party, some of them they not get no business, they no say, they not stand no chance. But now for disrupt for one bag dress. Can you imagine somebody they say need one bag dress? One bag dress per pong. I don't know how much I'm for one bag dress. They are on a Apple by la calculator. I know how much Sandy, but please, they are one of them a salon Apple by with one bag dress. How much for one bag dress? I want to calculate, let's see how much Appa they ask for. So let's just see. Go and cry for your country. I want to calculate. I really want to know. They are one of them a salon Apple by one bag dress. Now much. One bag dress now much. Now 800 or 700. But I help win alone. I don't know. One bag dress. I really want to know. Now 500, 800, now we know one bag dress. Still waiting at the comment section. One bag dress. We don't get people in a salon. Like what we boku so. Okay. Let us put approximately while so they wait for let us take on let's say 600, all right? Let us put on fine one. That Kobuko, if you know so they call it 600, okay? Let me just put 600 Leon. Let's put 600 Leon. Let's just put 600. I just want to do some calculation now. Okay, 800. Somebody say Alfred, thank you. Yeah, Mohammed, thank you. There's 800. Look, I put on 600. Okay. Now we just put 800. Maybe put 600. Okay, 800. Okay. That now 25 pounds. 25 pounds. I need a big for so 25 pounds. Can you imagine? 25 pounds. Okay, this UK now. Not just in dollars. I just want $35. A chairman of a whole political party is begging for only 35 pounds. $35. Can you imagine? I mean, picture of this. A chairman, this now a chairman of political party, it a big made in the gear every month $35. $35, then for gear. And once I don't get the $35, men left gear and the rest is the handler. So the arguments for them political party there, it makes if they are genuinely for the people, then that's fine. What's this with this kind of example? What you gonna say? Anyway, I just left that side and we'll go see how they go. All right. Now let me just look at again another on the same issue. Take a listen on this.
To move beyond first past the post because of Western area. That is the fact. Because the APC was formed in the Western area. In the Western area, the SLPP is strong. But the percentage share of votes who SLPP they get now in the Western area is not equivalent to that who APC they get 50-50. So you realize say in 28 constituencies in the Western area, most of them constituencies in the APC they win them by 100 votes, by 150 votes. And at the end of the election calculation, they would have carried, say, all seats. For example, in the case of 2007, they won all the seats in the Western area. In 2012, they won all the seats in the Western area. In 2018, when the SLPP win just 3 seats in the Western area, they could not win the election because they no get the voice for say, now who don't win the capital city. That is the argument for proportional representation.
So now in that case, the SLPP government...
No, not only the SLPP government. The SLPP government, President Bureau government, is under mandate to work with the reviewed constitution where the CRC present, looking at the Peter Tucker report, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report, and bring out a document together with the consultation and the outcome of the consultation. And the outcome of that consultation, the recommendation, is either A, government choose to accept them, or B, government reject them. In the case of the APC government, the APC-led government, the government of Sierra Leone led by the APC, at the time when they issued the white paper, when President Komon issued the white paper, they rejected it.
Okay, now, you see, one of the key things where we always say, there are two types of people. You get this several times. You get to say politician. You get a statesman and you get a politician. A politician, now that individual, when they look for win the next election by hook or crook, this a typical politician. And majority, now they will get as alone as majority. Then job, now for CC, they win the next election in any way, whether fair or foul, they don't care. So you get what it is, a statesman. A statesman, now that person where they in governance, in heart, in mind, in thoughts, in thinking, not only for himself, but for the people, for the future generation, for the democracy, for the disadvantaged people, for the people who are not able to stand for themselves, the people who seek justice. These are the people that will not able to get at all, will not get them. If you there now in short supply, most of them were when they support the PR system, because now the only way we're easy for hide behind, if you want to manipulate, you want to do any rigging, it's easy for come up from. You understand? Now that make now the one put us entrenched. I'm glad what in Masala bring come today, where this fine for them, what did they say, legality and legitimacy. Now, with Tawa, where an experienced politician, boy, they play dumb. They play dumb. It technically they say the government they on pressure, the government they under obligation for carry out some of them implementation, some of their recommendations are simply some of them they favor them. Now that's it. They try simply for say no, the government they're under pressure, they're under obligation, and not because you don't be now put into law means that the people will accept it. Again, I always say posterity go judge all. And one of the things when you look at them face them, if how they come now, so they go, it look like say they're young. It look like say they're still there. They get more time now on earth. You never know how long. Maybe sometimes after governance, you want to retire. You want peace. Look how the world don't turn today. The world don't become so centralized, so nationalistic to a point that now they say you want from a country because they want to kill you for cancer asylum, then grant you just like that. No, today not be easy thing. So if we destroy a nation, we create the enabling environment. You see, there is in conflict management, there is a term what they call structural violence. Structural violence. People that will study peace and conflict studies, we are happy for against study also partly. Structural violence, no, before what it come, the structural violence that the watchword. And structural violence, now I would say, now like latent, I don't know, I don't use our word. Structural violence is simply like these are things were not too visible in the ordinary eyes of the people. We not see them. For example, them kind for manipulate somebody. Structural violence can also for undermine institutions and for make them work properly. Structural violence can also mean for suppress the people and citizens and take advantage of them, use maybe the law, the legality or power. They don't get way for challenge you. Structural violence, it don't spread at them 5-10 years before conflict actually take place. And conflicts and war itself, they just happen overnight. Now, something where they dominate, it start now with a process. Before we spend 10 years, it takes 23 or 25 years more than 30 years we can build the state for law effects 1990 for lead and fire the first shots na Bomaru 1990 to 1991. It takes some time. So if we don't learn, that make one of the things where you go praise the government, where I like where they do them the entire, they don't declare say January 18 for be a remembrance day, which can be happen. Maybe if we don't do now, perhaps sense go cannot be brain and think say we know they help nobody now we the self. We know they unbug the country now we the unbug self. That's not the plain reality. So what's this pattern? What did they try for you so? They're not doing. I don't they see genuine in this. That in conversation, and no one less some of you they talk very hard. When you talk very hard, then see you as bad person. But it's just the hard fact. A lot of platform then at the country salon, they don't get the mind, they don't get the audacity, they don't get the the freedom Lago put on so for say certain thing boldly as it is. Unlike we they say things I make they say we are raw and unfiltered. The entire process for push this particular entrenched clauses them that for advantage the government. These are the arguments for a lot of people in the place. And when you look carefully, you see some reality in that. But until that just a proposal, law will just take law will just more or less put her aside and observe and see. But let them just know say there are people who they listen, there are people who they read, there are people who they understand. And we go come back to them platform here, we remind when I say, hey, just in case they're able to forget them way. But one thing I just want to let you remember, if this government won't pass anything today in that parliament, then get 99% chance. If President Bio in government won't pass anything today in that parliament, then gets 99% chance. One person where let's just share something now. Let's just share something. I think this is worth sharing from Caps Cano. Let's just share something. Let's just share something. Let's just share. According to him, your own thoughts. Okay, now in this. Okay, I don't know if not this same. It said, I know enemies of the people like Mohammed Bangura and other criminals within have now opened their hands wide open, waiting for Bio to bribe them to vote for the amendments in parliament, but serious APC members can stand up and say no. Caps Cano, of course, I know saying an APC member. I just try for bring new points for sale. What I want to for connect for say, if government won't pass anything in parliament today, then get the number, just so you know. This na APC member na need confirm and to issue. You get the point, sir? Now APC member na need confirm and to issue. If Mother Bio in government want pass this particular law, so now like we talk to them in the May, pass then get for sorry, or then just fear God, or perhaps maybe because. I mean, I will talk about the possibility high. The possibility high. The possibility high. Mohammed Bangura was, or technically, if you look at him, on the APC side, you understand, for Sebambai, he go stand, and you get certain APC people embark within the parliament where they're ready for sell. They're ready for sell. And a business, when you pay the money, they get when you're ready for pay, you get what you had. So, and then when they do what they do, I make them say the internet they give receipts. What's in them they don't do? I make we play several times today. We broadcast and throughout the day. Then clip here, then go for go out. Someone get for user, you want for user. Someone get for make reels, cut and keep on. Maybe just maybe if they think say maybe they're smart, then smart enough, then we'll get them way. Maybe in future, maybe then we'll come back. We never know, but we hope. Just like when they passionate say they want one for salon, they be genuine. That's not the thing. That's not the advice. Because can't afford for mess up this time around this constitution. Okay, that they done. The last one we'll go look at before we say goodbye. Now this one.
of distributing their voters ID card when at the APC membership ID card. What did they happen inside Poised district, inside Macheka, inside the Northwest region, inside the party office, inside Macheka? What did they happen right now? There is a war inside the Northwest region concerning the ID cards of the APC when they distribute. You see, one district there where the ID card don't come, that don't stop say nobody know for distribute the ID card until the ID card in the Northwest region, they all come. This is not the Carafilo, the lion inside the APC. What did happen inside the Northwest region concerning the APC membership ID card? One district don't come. As far as they see a member of parliament, they still tell us saying that stage management this. Say this as stage management this. And the party not going to tolerate this kind of nonsense also for stage management. Why the ID cards they don't come full in the Northwest region? These are the biggest question. This, as far as they see inside Macheka party office, there is a tussle between for sharing the APC membership ID card. This is not the Carafilo.
Okay, so that was part of a video where I'm sure plenty people don't watch, where we make answer the media regarding the ID card and the end of discuss. Well, Pambula, we don't clock one hour and time in between now. If you just join me at the program, we look at the constitutional amendments, the key provisions. Then one of the key provisions are that the PR system forbid an entrenched clause inside the new constitution. Secondly, the government's plan for say November will be the dates where we go ever get with stagnant election every time, and that's will technically extend Madabio in power from 5 years to 5 years, 8 months, and just a replica of waiting EBKB do the Ebola. They say because of the Ebola instead take that makes certain thing bad precedents, not good. We don't set certain thing. So technically, then if one use this one and say, well, they will set 8 months because EBKB takes 6 months or 7 months as the case may be. So if this go through, Madabio will do another 8 months. They spend another 8 months inside Salon as president. So technically, instead they go for 6 years. Now, another area now the appointment of the commissioner that people need for it gets a committee. This committee will select and then send out to the president, and the president decide. Which a lot of people I don't say not just make any difference. When I left the man, let the man pick. Which I don't change. But anyway, not just the other one will be anchored with the IMF will go left on for another day because time don't between now. We will take a short break where we can give you the mic. Let yourself add the voice. Me and Mr. Komon-Tok, they can just now.
Triple out, one night only. Oh yeah, Komon-Tok platform. Dine, dance, long celebrate. June 13, 2020, let's be there. A night of pure sensation. Get ready to groove, dine in style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance. On June 13th, step into the scene on St. Central where the moment becomes magic. Unforgettable, an unforgettable convergence. Celebrate the official launch of our book and platform. In an atmosphere charged with music, flavor, and inspiration. This is not just an event, it's a movement. Komon-Tok platform. Event details. Event details. Event details. Event details.
Alright, what?
Grand dinner dance, book and platform launch. When Saturday, June 13, 2020. Where All Saints Community Center, 105 New Crossroad, on the Say It 45 DJ. Tickets, early bird, be small.
We'll entertain people.
Standing at the gate, 6 with Patron. Show your support. Don't just attend, take part in the sensation, take part in the launch. Book your tickets now. Book your tickets now. You Komon-Tok.
All right. Yes.
Triple out. One night only. Oh yeah. Komon-Tok platform.
Yes. Pambul at the time don't depend here, not so. The tickets they would expect now. So they able to put small. Consider for budget for that already. Consider that, please. We rely on a heavily this show successful. So, all right. And okay, so somebody they say no sound. Not blame the witch man then. Not blame the witch man then. They say no sound. They say no sound. No. I blame the witch man there. It look like say because they do the test now, and they say like say everything seems to be working from our side. It's clear, Abdul. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let us take a few messages there, and this one they come from Sheikh Abdullah Kamara, where they say a political party that is going to govern a whole nation could not even put its house in order. What a shame. And this one they come from Abdul Kago, where they say Mr. Komon-Tok, Salon they under siege because the opposition not able to stand for the people for something way no make no sense. Okay. All right, so now they add the voice there. We get the first voice, first caller. Yes, Abdul from the platform. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Komon-Tok. Good evening to everybody. SLPP relies strongly on Madaview for rig 2028 election. Just like way Marcella pointed out, some of the reforms them way they recommend now for limit the power of the president. But if una say then they nominate, then after they nominate, then push into Madaview, make it choose, or who like feel they get for choose. That's somebody will hand over back to SLPP. So that don't make sense. So then therefore look strictly into that. And then Abdul Kagbo make one statement where people don't know for take lightly. He said the government and APC that they signed the tripartite. Then on top of that, again, the government do amendment. So when they sign, then you do amendments for them. So when that the guarantee say if they agree upon all the laws here, then change them. We all long laddie. The man will not go twist back and go do the wrong thing. We have to pay attention to them. Then the other thing and say 50% plus. Then again they add another 25% from 11 out of the 16 districts. Mr. Komon-Tok, that's for breed violence. SLPP will just restrict people and men will not get a number in the area, start for beat and kill people. So they never look into that strongly. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. All right, so let's take another voice. Okay, this one. Okay, let's take another voice. Yes, what outside you come from?
Yes, we were. This is Ahmed. I come from UK.
Yeah, thank you for joining us together.
Yes, thank you very much. But you see, Anyway, well, it's good sometimes when they bring calm the issues there, as always, for making ordinary people able for understanding and listen, follow well. When you look at the whole debate and you look at them people, I look at the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they explain, you know, how they shake me. It's sad for we as a nation, because when you get a group of people then just want to skew the process on their own way of life, they fail for realizing they are making laws, they are bringing in policies we get for take we for generation yet unborn. I don't understand. Most of them close there, then laws here for me. Look at the Justice Cower and the review and the tripartite. It get some almost the same thing, but what they do now? Then they can fish out certain things and they again. And you see the opposition just dormant when they can parliament for. I don't feel say anyone but the way it hits apart from Mrs. Michael, this lady way talk some way if you explain certain things here. For them, I just don't understand. What's the essence of bringing a PR system? What would one day into that 55% and go for runoff and we'll go for maybe the round we should go for getting the runoff. It's just so simple for the people to understand the parliamentarians thing. But look what the police system without everybody. Nobody knows even how they even cook the all of them here because no get any data for showcase. So we say parliamentarians are all come out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We had another voice. Yes, call us. You call from?
The call from the United States, sir. Good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok. Good evening to the Komon-Tok family.
Thank you for joining us. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah. No, like the time self keep be with and call them so you want to talk sense, you know about it. You see, Salon they under punishment. You see, Salon political system has been tribally and regionally captured for a purpose. Starting people and get an intent. Like waiting they go on so now in the country, now phase 3, the third part of the arrangement, now they go on so. Albert Madai started this. Shaka Stevie was a contributor to it. He's a member of that. Then you get Mother Bio, now they do the brutal part and they try for do waiting for do. All with the intent of one region and tribe capturing this country for own this country. Where I don't see none one tribe we go form a nation. But then people are no agree for let them develop this country, let better carry this country. But what chance nobody for talk and elaborate? From 1953, they don't begin use this pattern where they don't divide and rule, they will call up. There were National Council and the UPP, Kokorioko. Then propagate against Dande. Oh, na Cleoman party, the countryman and this, that law, what they call, tell them dominate Dande. Then they capture one party, will come out Dongde, when at the SLPP. Now then they try to manipulate. If you check all that we don't tamper with the constitution where originally the colonial master they left Giwi, you check who side them come out, check their relationship. Let you know what's in the plan. Let us try for look far and see far.
Right, thank you.
We check our people and they try for check we country now we earn. And the country now for we all.
Thank you very much, sir. For
of time will tell. I got that point.
I got that pretty quick. I got that pretty quick. All right, so I'm like say, okay, I'll just take this one. Okay, this one. All right. I'll just for touch on the messages. Quick one. I'm done. This one they come up from Jonas Conto. They say constitutional amendment be to benefit when it take SLP. That's my guy. And this one they come from Salon Women, where they say Salon. I'm sorry. The power pass Senge Babo has seats for slides. And this one they come out for right? They say now person what it conversation and so that this one Jamila Conte they say all parliament slaughterhouse sorry and SKK thank you for joining us and of course my dear friend Kelvin Sisi as always respect. So, this one is more Abdul, where they say observing Remembrance Day merely for the sake of is an affront to the hearts and minds of the people, say devastation of our nation. This day should instead serve as a sincere reflection, an opportunity to strengthen, resolve, and enact laws that prevent us from ever returning to bring, you know, that's what they say. Good thing. Only we're able to take advantage. Time day, it means a lot. Really means a lot. Right? So as always, you know, they don't come and talk then, and hopefully we're there about tomorrow. And one for telling plenty. Thank you, especially to I don't raise the bar, you know, 1,000, but you know, so now on the other if I notice I'm also left for we so 48 not so 48,000. But one thing about YouTube like that, if you check one of the platform there we're slow for go YouTube. You really, you know, you get for I don't know how to put some for in the most simple way for people. You get for day on top of your game, whatever it is, reach that, and then gets out of the produce them, use them by geographical location, by the interests of the viewers, by then you research, by then you analysis of it. You know, majority of the people who do watch alone. If we program some purely for the like international, maybe English, probably when they talk about going to them 300, 400 or 500,000 from the world. Because the audience now one more or less like basically here. And if you check, we got a very small, the last time I checked, if I'm not mistaken, 6 to 7% of the people we Sierra Leone or they watching on YouTube. It's a very small amount. I go check again. Say 200, 300, 200, between 200 to 400,000. Imagine very small amount. So, but unlike like TikTok, Facebook, you know, there are a lot of Sierra Leoneans. So YouTube a different ground, different battle. So not easy. But like just but anyway, it's really a big thing. We're excited and we feel, you know, I would say blessed to our own blessing. Not on blessed with them, but they are just keep do what they do, trying to improve more. And that's not the thing. It's not about just achieving, it's about maintaining consistency. They always say success is not owned, it's not owned, it's not owned, it's rented, and the rent is due every day. That you don't reach this level. Other person will just come up from nowhere. And, you know, they can say overtaking is allowed, you know. But this is how it is, you know. But we're glad at least the space they broaden and we see more engagement, Sierra Leoneans and become more, you know, concentrates now in certain key things and Sierra Leone not to be business. But then the entire, like say people and give you know, the mind they can change, they can focus a little bit, you know, small, and you know, thanks to them platform here, Komon-Tok we had and others, we come together and have this space and they don't feel comfortable now, you know, let yourself talk, yourself do. Say, if they are the drive, so then they're outside the country, they can do something like that and do the Genome governments, they allow for their discussion to take place. I'm glad the way governments don't use their wisdom because then just squeeze the space, the media space, and it creates more problem for them. We find out when they open the media space, in the sense, even though they monitor us strictly behind the scene, but to some extent, you see that sort of like, friendly, not that fire, friendly fire. You know that friendly fire in what front? So, and they use the friendly fire, and it's good, because at the end of the day, when there is a conversation, when there is a communication between people, then certain things away from part of and you are able to control and are able to understand ourselves. Most of the things will be the arts and unions because officials and public officials and feel so privileged that they don't even want to talk to the people, they don't even want to engage, and don't even want to get time with the media, then just like avoid. But it looks like things can change that. Social media don't make it possible and say, probably you need for anybody in form, a public figure, you can just go live, people when they watch you. Yeah, they watch you. They still watch you. So, but anyway, it's a journey where I feel safe, worth taking, and when I don't sacrifice, we sacrifice, and believe strongly this they push me every day. If we are doing this genuinely for Sierra Leone, for the people of Sierra Leone, one day, someday, how can we imaginable God the trust? But that's so.
Triple out, one night only. Oh yeah, Komon-Tok platform. Dine, dance, slum, celebrate. June 13, 2026, be there. A night of pure sensation. Get ready to groove, dine in style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance. On June 13th, step into the scene on St. Central where the moment becomes magic. Unforgettable. Unforgettable